Alright, so now what we need to do is to download the connection profile for our blockchain. So let's do that. And we're going to extract it out to application 1, and it's going to be named as GW connection 8E. Okay, so that's the one that we have right now. Okay, I'm going to copy that and I'm going to put it as put it in the same folder as my application. So click on that. Okay, so I'm going to go to my application. Okay, now so what I did is I set up in the application to look for connection.json, but I set a symbolic link to the particular connection profile that we are using. So what we have here for this 8E instance, okay, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to create a symbolic link. I'm going to remove the current one, connection.json, and I'm going to create a new one. So you can see that connection.json is going to point to the 8E connection that we just downloaded onto the application folder. Alright. Okay, so we have that now. And what we can do is we can run some of the programs, which is what we have. Give me 1 minute. So let's run dist query.js. Let's do query all and see what happens. Okay, channel rediscovery error, access denied. Alright, so I forgot to actually export out the wallet, so we need to do it here, which is, let's get out our OC1, let's export out to application. Where am I? Okay, project, application. Okay, so let's enter this. Okay, so the wallet has been exported. Okay. Okay, so we found our 8E1 OC1 CA. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a symbolic link for 8E_1 org1 CA to IBP wallet. So you can see that IBP OC1 wallet actually points to 8E, because in my program I've already indicated that it's going to be looking for IBP wallet OC1. It's the same for our connection path as well as connection.json. It's pointing to 8E as well. So now that it's done, let's run that program again if I can find it. Okay, here. So let's run it again. And we can find all the transactions that was populated initially. Alright, so now that we have already done so for our first organization, let's connect to the second organization. So I'm going to disconnect from gateway. Alright, so now let's try to access the blockchain from organization 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on add a gateway again, create a gateway from a fabric environment, and let's do the 8E, And this time, name a gateway. Let's do it GW2. Enter. And we want auth2 MSP and auth2 CA. Okay, so it's successful. Let's take a look. So as you can see, there's now two of them. One is associated with org1, and then the other one is actually org2. So we're going to try to access org2 right now. And if you were to drill down, you can see the contract as well as all the individual transactions, methods, whatever. So alright, so what's going to do now is we're going to export the connection profile, and we're going to go to application auth2. So file name is going to be named as 8egw2, so take note of that, because I'm going to create a symbolic link later on to connect to the program. Okay, so just want to make sure we are correct. Click OK. Alright. Okay, so you find this JSON here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the connection.json symbolic link, and I'm going to create a new one for this file, and we're going to call connection.json. Okay. Alright. And we need to export out the wallet. Okay, so one auth2 CA. Okay, so let's export this out. Make sure you select the right one and export the wallet, otherwise you're going to get into the same error message that we did before. Alright, so let's go here, auth2, and it's going to be called 8E1ORG2CA. Okay, so I'm going to click OK. Alright. Okay, so I have IBP auth2 wallet here for my previous run. I'm going to rename that so that I can create a symbolic link, as I've already coded the I should put it as a config file, but anyway, to link C-link IBP org2 wallet. Okay, so I'm going to create a symbolic link, creating that to IBP org2 wallet. Alright, so as you can see, just created symbolic link for IBP org2 wallet to point to this particular wallet that we just downloaded. Okay, so if you want to take a quick look, yep, we actually is reading it off from this one here. Alright, so now that we have this done, we can actually run some transactions and see whether if it works. Query all.js. And we can view all the transactions. Alright, so we can do some testing here. In this case, I set up some script files. Basically, we have pre-populated some test data here. For our reference 4 transaction ID, we fill up some data. We're going to do a query.exist first, followed by we're going to create the information data, as well as we're going to query the same transaction ID that we just created. Alright, so let's get started. So I'm going to run test case 1. So it's creating the record, Rizzo blockchain, and now it's going to query, and it created the record, and the dot type is new, and the UEM pick status are all empty right now. Alright, so this is coming from the client application, whereby it's going to fill out all this information. Okay. Alright, so next we come to the administrator for Accra. So we're going to run test case Accra 2, and what is going to happen is that it's taking transaction ID, is going to update the UEN number, and then we're going to see whether or not if it's going to show up. Test case Accra 2. Okay, so it's going to update with the UEN. It's been committed. Alright, so now it's been, so as you can see, it updated the UEN for Dr. Rizal blockchain. Okay, so now we're in Part2 right now, and we're going to run test case COC3, which basically takes the transaction ID 4 and it updates the charity status. So this is organization 2, which is trying to update the charity status. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Okay, so it managed to find the record. It's going to update. And it's completed. So what happens here is that the record, it's been updated with the charity status, yes. The dot type has been modified now to Accra COC Oct2, and the UEN is still as it is here. Alright, so now we're back in Org1, and we just want to make sure that we see the same record as what we saw in Oct2. And as you can see, it is identical. So if you go in here, you can see that we were updating Dr. Rizal with the update ref4. This is set in organization 2, yes, for the charity status. And it was updated with Accra COC Oct2 in the dot type. Alright, so that pretty much sums up what this presentation is about. Feel free to ask me if you have any questions.